Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I have the overview for episode 7 of The Acolyte, and today's episode was actually the second flashback episode, but I was slightly disappointed. For the reason being that it wasn't actually Camille's backstory. It was actually just the flashback from episode 3 from the Jedi's perspective, so Torben, Kalnaka, Sol, and Indara. So yeah, it was pretty much just a repeat of that episode, but instead we saw events from the Jedi side. So we saw how Mother Anastasia died, we saw that Kalnaka was actually mind-controlled for a while by the witches, and showed how utterly powerful he is, because they actually sent him in against Torben and Sol, and dear God, he was powerful. He was insane. Like, if Kalnaka was in that fight against Camille, I'm sorry, Camille wouldn't have stood a chance. He would have been dead. Plain and simple. So, I can understand why they killed him off before the fight, because if he was in it, that fight would have been over before it had even begun. Like, I'm gutted we haven't seen more of Kalnaka because, well, he was insanely powerful, and the fact that he was just killed in his chair, in his ship, I was kind of gutted about. Especially now seeing him at the height of his power with his green lightsaber in hand. Although, to be fair, he didn't really need it because his pure strength almost beat Torben and Sol alone. In fact, Kalnaka is how Torben got that scar on his eye that we saw in the second episode. So that explains that at least. And it kind of probably explains why Kalnaka went into exile, kind of, to be fair. But yeah, not really much else from this episode. We just learned the other half of the story of the third episode, so it's kind of all there was to it. Was I a bit disappointed with that? Yeah. I really wish it had been a Camille backstory, because I feel that his backstory could have been really interesting, but it just wasn't explored, so I would say we'll explore that in the next episode, but I don't know, as it's the last one. One thing that I did like in this episode was the fact that they did allude to one of the events from the Star Wars High Republic books, namely the Great Hyperspace Disaster, which is its whole thing. I would go recommend watching a video on it. You know, it was kind of a big deal in the Old Republic era. I think it happened 100 years before the Acolyte, so there was some Jedi around who remembered it, but some who didn't. Of course, probably one of the ones being Master Yoda. In fact, definitely Master Yoda, because he has been seen in the High Republic comics and novels. So I'm really hoping to see him in live action next week. Fingers crossed. Anyway guys, that's going to do it for this video. Given my overview, kind of The Acolyte episode 7. So please, give this video a like, subscribe to mine and Roxanne's channel. Her link is down in the description. My button is down there. Please click those and then the bell icons to get both sets of our notifications. Comment as well, because why not? And let me know what you guys thought of this episode of The Acolyte and how you think next week's last episode is going to go. Or, if you want to save that for next week's predictions video for the last episode, please feel free to do so. Once you've done that too, please follow me on my social medias. They'll be down in the link tree in the description. Below that is going to be Roxanne's website, of course. And lastly, please do share this video with all of your friends. They can join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, and sharing, and around and around and around that loop. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Goodbye!